Hey lovelies, welcome to my channel. My name is Tracy. What's good, what's good, what's Gucci? Today's video is one for the books. It's a popular story now that is trending everywhere on social media. Essentially, the internet is about to break. If you want to get into this story with me, please keep on watching. Now, the whole premise of this video that I'm making today is so that we can together pick on some of the lessons that we've learned from this very sad story. A woman came forward to share a story with everyone on social media. Now, for the sake of this story, the main character will be identified as M. So M comes forward to say that our boyfriend, for the sake of this story, our boyfriend's name would be Dick. Our boyfriend and our friend, for the sake of this story, M's friend's name will be Side. M says that our boyfriend and Side, so Dick and Side, are now together in a relationship. M goes ahead to share some picture evidence to say that the world is really a brutal place and this betrayal was very hard for her to go through. She also explained that Side has been friends with her for a long time. Side has also been a massive supporter of a relationship with Dick. Side would always regularly call them couple goals, hype them up and do all sorts just to kind of show that she is a friend. Side would also come all the way to the States to support them in their baby shower, etc. As I forget to mention, M has a child with Dick. So M is not only a girlfriend but also a baby mama. But she cannot believe that they are in a seemingly happy relationship. So M is now made to go through this life and deal with a baby father, knowing that he is now in a relationship with someone that she considered a friend, Side. Now, on Side's point of view, she said and responded to M, saying that M is only seeking attention and playing the victim, and that M all these years has been a horrible friend to her. All M did in their relationship / friendship was to say all sorts of bad things about her to Dick. Side goes ahead to say that that's just life, that you cannot go ahead to say bad things about me to your boyfriend thinking that he's going to not like me, but all those things you said ultimately led him to love me. So now Side goes ahead to post a lot of flirtatious videos of herself and her new man Dick on her social media, which was like almost a slap to M's face. The internet is going wild and crazy, mostly because people are like finding it very audacious and like almost a wake-up call, because in reality I would say 80% of the women out there have probably dealt with situations like this. However, it's coming to light is not something that is common. So in 2023, I would say it's one of the first stories that has sort of reminded us of our mortality. That people out there are really mad, and also like the world reminder is an evil place. So I think this video basically will just dissect the story in a way that applies to your day-to-day lives. So it's not just about you being a spectator on social media and reading all the captions and the comments regarding the story. It's about you as an individual and your responsibility to take care of yourself and what you can do to manage problems like that when it happens to you, or whether it never happens to you. So it's just about learning from this story and applying it to your life. So here are some of the lessons that I have in mind. The first lesson here is we are not entitled to anything or anybody in our lives. Not entitled at all. And the minute you go through life knowing that you're not entitled to anyone, then you would have a much livable life. How does this apply to the story that I've just shared. Ultimately, this what M has had to go through now is extremely painful. And on top of that, her situation is unique because she's also a mother to Dick's child. So this means that somehow, whether she likes it or not, it's inevitable, but he will always be a part of our life, which is more upsetting than just a random boyfriend. This is much different. Only way that she can truly move out of this is to remember that she was never entitled to him to start with. She was never entitled to a good friendship from this side. She was never entitled to loyalty from this side. She was never entitled to loyalty from her boyfriend. She was never entitled to loyalty from the world, basically. And this feels like a hard pill to swallow, but if you go on with life with this mindset, then you will easily recover from a situation like this. I'm gonna drink my juice now. The second thing that I would like to talk about is we cannot live life on a pedestal, a righteous pedestal, where you feel like you are the most important person in the world, you are the most unique and special person in the world. So therefore, if anybody hurts you or scratches your back, they're going to face the wrath of hell. No, you cannot see life that way, because if you see life that way, you will not be able to move forward. So in the sense that, like, don't live with this experience feeling like you are entitled to karma, because auntie, you're going to be waiting for a long time. And so until you actually just heal past it and find your own recovery without feeling like I'm only going to recover because I know that both sides and Dick are going to also feel pain in the future, or their relationship is not going to last. You cannot heal based on feeling and expecting that from their relationship. Because what if there's a 0.00000% chance that they do end up being happy? Think about the uncertainties around that. So when you think about that, then just heal with your mind knowing that, you know what, I forgive you guys, I've moved on, I'm going to try to like build my life and handle the situation in the best way I can without having to hope that you guys feel the wrath of karma. So yeah, get off that pedestal in life. Get off that pedestal and kakalaki. Another lesson that I feel like I've learned from this story is if you do not like somebody, stop being a people pleaser. Stop doing that yourself, because you end up hurting yourself more than the friction you're trying to prevent. So at the end of the day, if you know that you have a friend in your life that you're not really feeling like that, set extreme strong boundaries. Don't try to play a nasty game. Don't try to say, oh, I'm just keeping that there, but I'm very smart. In every aspect of your life, you have to exercise what we call humility. It is so important to always feel like you're not the smartest person in any room at any given time. Always think about it like, when I think I've taken one step forward, I think someone else is playing the game faster. That's how it is. And if you watch Squid Game, you saw how it worked in Squid Game on Netflix, right? So having this mentality at hand, you'll be able to understand and navigate life better, in the sense that you cannot keep enemies around thinking that you have control over them. No, it might look like it's your game, but you have to address these things with humility. Be humble at all times. If you're able to set excellent boundaries in your life, then you can keep a friend like side as a friend that you only go clubbing with, or as a friend that you only talk to on Instagram DM. You don't necessarily have to keep her as a friend that you hang out with your intimate partner, or a friend that you take to your family home. There are different roles that people play here. So if you have an intuition, a feeling that, oh, this person is not really a good friend to me, rather than waste your time going to complain to your significant other and like tell them that I don't really like this person, like, rather than do all of that, take action instead by really cutting that person off to play a different, irrelevant role in your life. You don't have to necessarily cut the person off completely, but if that's how you roll, you cut people off completely, please roll like that, because you know best for yourself. But typically, it will be wise to just reduce that person's role in your life so that you don't give that person access to the intimate, closest things to your life. And this is not to say that like you might do all the right things by setting boundaries with people, but you might end up setting the wrong boundaries, therefore giving access to the wrong person to your significant other. This is not to say that may not happen, but always follow your gut feeling. When you feel like somebody is just not a true friend to you, rather than sitting down and just complaining about the person and trying to people please the person in front of the person's face, you end up hurting. At the end of the day, we don't know which of the story is true. There can be 3 truths, there can be 4 truths. It's not always one truth and one lie. We never know what the right story is. But with what Side said about she hearing from Dick that all M did was say bad things, M is not wrong by going to like share some of our bad feelings about our friends to a significant other. That's not a crime. What is a crime is not taking action on that. So moving forward, I would say someone like M should always like set those strong boundaries. Don't try to be a people pleaser. Do what's always best for you. Remember, you always have to come first. Because ultimately, when you take care of yourself, you become a better human being for the rest of the world. Another part I was going to say, men will always disgrace you. This is a lesson over and over again that we've been learning since 1000 BC. Men will always disgrace you. And a man that is yours will and can never be snatched or taken away from you. So for all I care, there probably was already like a little bit of rocky foundation between Dick and M. Things that were not really super serious, but they were just shaky a little bit. There probably was the presence of that rockiness that would create Dick to be like, I would like to leave this relationship. I would like to leave the mother of my child. So bear in mind, when Dick left M, it's not about leaving M for Side. Please don't ever try to lower your self-esteem. A man does not leave you for another woman. He leaves you, full stop. It just so happens that he left and decided to now be with your friend, which makes him a dick. That's the complete difference. A man leaves you because he just doesn't want to be with you. A man is not be with Sasha on the streets. But the dick behavior here is he left you and decided to go and date your friend. And that's where it's poor judgment for him. Because even though you guys had a rocky thing going on in your relationship, you know, he can just walk out of the relationship. So I always want M, wherever she is, to remember that don't feel bad about your self-esteem. This is not the time to start questioning if she's prettier, if you're lacking this, if you're lacking that. This is about you knowing in your heart that he is not your person. Because repeat after me, woman, your person will not leave you for another person. Your person will work on the love you both have. Your person will not be swayed easily by anything. Let's stop making excuses for this man. Oh, he loves me. She convinced him. No, she did not. That person is a piece of shit. Not your person. So until we kind of understand that concept, we will always be drawn into situations like M's, So I hope like this lesson, just sort of like we can apply this to our daily lives, even if it's not about like this particular scenario. But if we can apply this to our daily lives, we'll have a better, just healthier way of living and a better way of navigating these problems that come to us left, right, and center. At the end of the day, what side did really sucks. But we've all like heard the lessons and what we can all take from it. At the end of the day, I'm only very just happy for Em that she's able to escape such a vicious man and a vicious friend, and like all of this while that she's been subtle about like breaking up with the friend, or maybe she's had like a side feeling about dumping her boyfriend. I'm just so happy that they've removed themselves. These are the kind of prayers you have to pray. You have to pray that people like that remove themselves from your life. Even if it will hurt you for 5 seconds, for 5 days, for 5 years, at least they've removed themselves from your life so that you can actually now start the healing and start the work that you actually need. So I just hope that these lessons are really get penetrated to the people that really need to hear it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you.